Chris Garson. I'm co-founder and design director of Smart Streets, and we are product designers with a wealth of experience over the years of developing products for leading brands. But today I'm happy to be known as half of the Bin Men team, and we've developed solutions to tackle one of the world's biggest litter problems, which is chewing gum and cigarette litter, and we call this micro litter. It's grim, widespread, damaging, and it's very costly to clear up. It's a visual eyesore that affects us all, and once you've noticed it, you can't ignore it. There are all sorts of well-researched facts, staggering facts really about this type of litter. 50% of litter worldwide, counted litter, is cigarette waste, which is pretty staggering. There's a huge financial, environmental and social cost, and litter-strewn streets have been proven to have a negative impact on the quality of our lives. They increase crime rates and antisocial behaviour, and who pays? Well, we all pay. And it's through council clean-up costs. We're all affected by the environmental damage micro-litter can do. It's shown that already discarded litter influences behaviour, which can lead to spiralling problems. And each day, an estimated 122 tonnes of smoking-related litter is dropped in the UK. A staggering quantity of smoking-related litter discarded takes decades to degrade. In the meantime, it blights landscapes, it leaks toxins. It's a significant fire hazard and a serious threat to wildlife. Gum, as well as smoking-related litter, is found in 99% of town centres. It's a real problem. It takes 17 weeks to clean Oxford Street, but within 10 days the dreaded gums return. And it's a costly process to remove. Each blob of chewing gum costs 10p to remove, which gives an annual clean-up cost for a town centre of about £20,000. People just hate to see discarded gum. They hate it so much that in the UK it's always on the top 2 spots for council complaints from residents. So there's a political as well as a personal angle to sorting out micro litter. Litter today has increased 500% since the 1960s, and it's considered one of the most widespread antisocial behaviours in the UK. Littering results from collective and individual attitudes to our environment and the waste we generate, and from an attitudinal point of view, reasons for littering have been cited as laziness, the thought that dropping a cigarette butt is not littering. In fact, 42% of smokers consider it acceptable to drop cigarette butts. There wasn't a bin nearby, or I didn't want to start a big bin fire, somebody else to clear it up, and it's already littered. In fact, 37% of people believe that a lack of bins justifies littering. And 91% of that same public believe increasing the number of available bins is the most effective way to reduce litter. So, what's our big idea? It's to make disposal easier. If a bin is easy to find and easy to use, it's easy for people to do the right thing. So we designed the Smart Bin, a bin specifically for micro litter that wraps around existing lampposts and signposts to create a network of regularly spaced, distinctive disposal points. It's designed to be distinctive, to be an optimum size to collect good quantity of micro litter, yet not too big to be obtrusive. Visually, it has to sit well in a variety of environments, from urban to rural, from traditional to contemporary. And the significance of being able to utilise a network of existing posts is that they give us the only opportunity to locate disposal points on the street at regular intervals. And the correlation between regular spacing and littering has been observed and measured as shown. So it's really important to have many opportunities to discard your litter, to wipe out the excuses that people have that there just weren't enough bins. And having disposal points on lampposts and signposts gives a ready indicator of provision. People look up, see a lamppost or a signpost and think there could be a bin there, I'll use it. We have over 100 council and business customers already with smart bins in use, and they've had some great feedback. They really do work for people, and they control litter in a really good way and improve environmental quality. So just reiterating, lampposts and signposts are really the only opportunity on the high street to locate bin provision successfully. We count amongst our customers metropolitan boroughs, rural councils and heritage councils, private businesses, retail parks, business improvement districts, and we talk with architects, travel hubs in the education sector. And for these type of facilities, smart bins can be a valuable asset to tackling micro-litter for their facilities managers. Littering is a problem worldwide, and we've been exporting directly to a number of countries outside the UK. This will give you a typical installation of how smart bins work. We recently did an installation around Hammersmith Apollo. It's about 100 square metres site, and we've got 23 bins around there to collect micro-litter specifically. And scaling up the figures for micro-litter capture, we could capture 600,000 pieces of litter a year. So that would offer fantastic savings for the council in clean-up costs. When we designed the smart bin, we wanted to create a bin that was soft and rounded, had character, and would be easily identified by the public. A key aspect in the development process was to cope with the variety of post sizes and profiles that we found on the street. We wanted our bin, once adopted, to be capable of being fitted to all the potential sites we could encounter and still retain the recognised visual look. So you can see here, railings, posts, short posts, walls. Really versatile system to cope with all those challenges. And we knew that councils would want to display visible council ownership. And the smart bin was an important way of showing their public and social responsibility. So we built in the potential for laser mark badge plates, colour matching for their existing schemes and so on. And we have a special design of liner which allows us to slot in different sorts of front plates. So we can have a completely open plate, a restricted liner plate, or a closing plate if the bin needs to be shut down for security alerts and so on. I mean, let's face it, the street scene is a pretty rough environment, and we knew this bin would have to be really robust. So it's produced from cast recycled aluminium and stainless steel. It's fireproof. Smokers don't want to risk big bin fires, and that's one of the reasons they like this bin, because it's taking potential for creating a fire in a big bin, which may be full of newspapers and so on, away from that and into specific types of product. It's very easy to fit. It's a 4-bolt system. It's a two assembly unit which puts bolts with 4 bolts together, which can be security bolts if necessary. And being 2 identical units mounted back to back, it gives the user the opportunity to go at it from both sides of the pavement. So whichever way you walk from, you can use it. All the fixings are hidden inside the contour, so there's no ripped clothing for passers-by. Cleaning crews like the fact that it's easy to manage the cigarette waste that's generated. It's not strewn about the street, it's not stuck in pavements, it's in one unit here. The product's made in the UK, and we're keen on that because of local economy, and also the fact that we're not shipping large great lumps of metal around the world. It's UK produced. Very easy to cite to our local customers. It's no good having provision unless people know what it is, so we've developed a range of signage, including post signage and pavement signage, and the fact that the bin is itself distinctive goes part of the way to giving clues. It also has visual clues built in, like a stubbing plate on the front unit. As well as smart bin, we've developed a number of other products to cope with this type of micro-litter. Here's one that's a gum stick, which is like a sacrificial target sheet. You stick your gun to it, and things fall up, council comes away and pulls it off, puts another sheet in, and it's fresh and ready to use again. We have a pocket solution, which is our mini bin, which allows you to carry your own bin disposal. And this is something we produce for councils, particularly a branded option, to give them the potential to give awareness of smoking-related litter. It's used in enforcement campaigns where people are seen littering. They're given one of these to say, look, routine littering, next time we see this, you're going to be fined. Here's a useful product to take away with you and use again and again, and not foul the street. Gumwrappers do the same sort of thing. Quite a lot of these are campaign pieces which we develop for councils to use in their enforcement and educational campaigns, along with the dog scoop, that's another good one. Slightly different area, we know about lampposts now, and one of the other opportunities we saw was to improve the facility for cycle parking. So again, it's a unit that clamps back to back, it can be put into place within a few moments, and it negates the need to dig up the pavement to put cycle provision on the street. Now, of course, cleverly designed equipment alone is not going to solve the problem of micro-litter, but seen in conjunction with these types of initiatives, good design can make a real difference to the quality of the street scene, can engage with the public, and can even change behaviour. So when coupled with mobilisation, education, awareness and enforcement, it can make a real environmental difference to give these outcomes.